Have you ever heard the rumor that the British royal family has Indian ancestry? It sounds like something out of a historical novel, right? But what if I told you it's not a rumor at all, but a scientifically proven fact? Yes, you heard that correctly. Prince William, the future of England, and his brother, Prince Harry, carry a direct genetic link to India. This isn't just a distant, vague connection either. It's a fascinating story of love, mystery, and migration that stretches back over 200 years, and it all starts with their mother, the beloved Princess Diana. To understand this incredible story, we need to travel back in time to the early 19th century, to a bustling port city in western India called Surat. This was the era of the East India Company, when British merchants, soldiers, and administrators were making their fortunes in the subcontinent. Among them was a Scottish merchant named Theodore Forbes. In 1812, Theodore had a daughter with his housekeeper, a woman known as Eliza Quirk. Now, Eliza's background was, for a long time, a bit of a mystery. She was described as Armenian, which wasn't unusual in a diverse trading like Surat. But the truth, as we know, var complexing. Eliza Quirk is the key to this entire royal puzzle. She is Prince William and Prince Harry's great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother. For generations, her descendants, including Prince Ida's mother, France Shankid, believed their non-European ancestry was Armenian. The family even passed down stories and physical traits that they attributed to this Armenian heritage. But modern science has a way of uncovering long-buried secrets. Researchers, intrigued by the family's history, decided to investigate. They managed to track down living relatives of Eliza Quirk and test their DNA. Specifically, they derived DNA. Now, a quick science lesson. Mitochondrial DNA is unique because it's passed down almost exclusively from mother to child. This means you can trace a direct, unbroken maternal line back through centuries. When the scientists analyzed the mtDNA of Eliza's living descendants, they made a groundbreaking discovery. The DNA didn't match any known Armenian lineages. Instead, it belonged to a haplogroup called R3OB, a genetic marker that is incredibly rare. In fact, it's so rare that it's only ever been found in one place on Earth, India. This was the smoking gun. It proved, without a doubt, that Eliza Quirk's maternal line originated not in Armenia, but on the Indian subcontinent. She was, at least on her mother's side, Indian. This discovery sent shockwaves through the worlds of genealogy and royal history. It meant that Princess Diana, the people's princess, had Indian ancestry. And, by extension, her sons, Prince William and Prince Harry, both carry this unique Indian DNA. It's a tiny fraction of their overall genetic makeup. Less than 1%, but its existence is undeniable. The future King of the United Kingdom has a direct maternal ancestor who was an Indian woman from the early 1800s. Think about that for a moment. The history of the British Empire and its complex relationship with India is literally written into the royal family sDNA. Let's delve deeper into the life of Eliza Quirk and her daughter, Catherine. After Catherine was born, her father, Theodore Forbes, seemed to have every intention of caring for her. However, he returned to Scotland, leaving Eliza and young Catherine behind in India. Letters from the time show Eliza's desperation. She wrote to Theodore, pleading for him to acknowledge their daughter and provide for them. Tragically, Theodore Forbes died on his voyage back to India to rejoin them. Eliza's fate is unclear, but we know what happened to their daughter, Catherine Scott Forbes. As a young girl, Catherine was sent to Britain to be raised by her father's family, the Forbes of Aberdeenshire. This was a common practice at the time for the children of British men and local women in India. They were often sent home to be educated and integrated into British society. It seems Catherine's Indian heritage was either forgotten or deliberately concealed. She grew up, married a man named James Crombie, and had a family. Her descendants would eventually lead directly to Princess Diana, Catherine's granddaughter. Jane married the 6th Earl Spencer, bringing this Indian lineage directly into one of Britain's most aristocratic families. And 2 generations later, Diana Spencer was born. The story really highlights the hidden histories that so many families have. For nearly 200 years, the Spencer family believed they had Armenian roots. They had portraits and stories passed down that seemed to confirm this. But the truth, hidden in their very cells, was different. It's a powerful reminder of the interconnectedness of human history. The lines we draw between nations and peoples are often much blurrier than we think. The British Empire, for all its might and influence, also created countless personal, intimate connections between people from vastly different worlds. Children were born, families were created, and legacies were passed down, often in secret. What's also fascinating is how this discovery was received. For the most part, it's been met with excitement and intrigue. It adds another layer to the already compelling story of the royal family. It connects them in a tangible way to the Commonwealth, particularly to India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh, where this specific DNA marker is found. When Prince William visited India, this connection was widely reported. It transformed his visit from a standard diplomatic tour into something of a homecoming, a return to the land of one of his ancestors. It's a narrative that reframes the relationship between Britain and India, moving it away from the stark power, dynamics of empire, and towards a more personal, shared history. This isn't to say it erases the difficult parts of that history, of course. The story of Eliza Quirk and Theodore Forbes is also a story of power, imbalance, and the precarious position of local women in relationships with European men. Eliza was left in a vulnerable position after Theodore's death, a common fate for many women like her. Her daughter Catherine was separated from her mother and her homeland at a young age. So, while it's a romantic and fascinating tale from one perspective, it's also a poignant one that reflects the social realities of the time. This genetic thread, running from a woman in 19th century Surat to the future King of England, is more than just a fun piece of royal trivia. It's a testament to the enduring power of family, the surprising twists of history, and the way science can illuminate the past in ways we never thought possible. It shows that identity is complex and layered, and that our roots can often extend to unexpected places. The British royal family, often seen as the ultimate symbol of Britishness, is also a part of the vast and diverse story of India, and that is a truly remarkable thing. This story of hidden heritage and scientific discovery reminds us that history isn't just about kings and queens and battles. It's about ordinary people whose lives, loves, and legacies ripple through time in extraordinary ways. It's about women like Eliza Quirk, whose name was almost lost to history, but whose genetic legacy now sits at the heart of the British monarchy. It's a beautiful, complex, and deeply human story that connects us all. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this story as fascinating as I did, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the hidden corners of history. See you next time.